Halfway through the school year, I joined a kindergarten class in a public school in Palo Alto. Before this, I'd gone to another school, but my mother thought the class there had too many boys, so I transferred here. On my first day, one of the teaching assistants led me out to the side of the building and took a Polaroid, which she tacked on the board near the photographs of other students and wrote my name underneath. I had foolishly wrapped my hand around the top of my head because I thought it would look good. While the other students were seated in front of a blue backdrop, the image was light, saturated makeshift. I felt it revealed not only that I had started late, but also that I was insubstantial, washed out by light. The teacher, Pat, tall and plump, had a sing-song voice and wore jean skirts down to her ankles, sandals with socks, t-shirts that hung over her large bosom, and reading glasses on a string. During recess, we played behind the classroom on a wooden jungle gym with a series of planks connecting the parts. A rope net between two wooden platforms was called the humping pit. Humping, the way I imagined it, demanded an undulation and a catch. An undulation and a catch. There was something sickly about it. Soon after, I started at the school. I fell inside the netted part, and others yelled, "Humping, humping," as I scrambled out. This kindergarten put an emphasis on reading, but I couldn't read. For each book completed, students received a small teddy bear. I memorized a book to trick one of the teaching assistants into handing over the bear. "I'm ready," I said. We sat down on the floor with our backs against the bookshelf in the reading section. The book on my lap, I spoke the words I believed to be on each page, based on what I memorized and the corresponding pictures. 2 pages in, her face hardened and her lips thinned. "You turned the page at the wrong place," she said, "and you missed a word." "Just one bear," I said, "please." "Not yet," she said. Daniela had amassed 22. I asked her if I could have one. "You have to read a book to get one," Daniela said. I began to feel there was something gross and shameful about me, and also to know that it was too late to change it, that nothing could be done. I was different from other girls my age, and anyone good and pure could immediately sense this and would be repulsed. One indication was the photograph. Another was that I could not read. The last was that I was meticulous and self-conscious in a way that I could tell the other girls were not. My desires were too strong and furious. I was wormy inside, as if I'd caught whatever disease or larva were passed through raw eggs and flour when I snuck raw cookie dough. I felt this quality in myself, and I was sure it must show when people saw me. So whenever I passed, a mirror caught my reflection by accident and saw that I was not as dirty or repulsive as I pictured myself, it gave me a start. During the free reading period, Shannon and I stuck around the back of the kindergarten classroom, past the jungle gym to a hidden area paved with rocks between thick bushes and elementary school classrooms. Shannon had white blonde hair, white whiskery eyebrows, and lashes. She also could not read. Her trousers were twisted, so the seam did not line up with the middle of her legs. We threw rocks at the classroom windows and then clutched each other as though we were humping and writhed on the rocks together. Pat had told us that a new boy was coming to join the class. "Let's spit water on him," I said. "Yeah," I said, "from the fountain." I had a feeling it was going to be funny, that even he would find it funny. On the morning the new boy arrived, we waited near the water fountain. He wore shorts and had dark hair and looked confident. I'd imagined him to be fragile and small. We filled our mouths and caught him at the start of the path under the tree. Hey, Shannon said. The cup of her mouth turned up. I glanced at her, trying not to laugh. Her neck was shaking, a rivulet of water streaming down her chin. It would be funny, funnier than anything I'd ever done. And also clever. The boy looked up. We said almost in unison. After the final we spat before this expression changed into shock. Before his parents, walking behind him, rushed over and kneeled down and comforted him. And I realized we'd done it. I was full of high confidence. Shannon and I were separated. Our mothers were called to come pick us up. On the way home, my mother spoke continuously. How did the boy feel? How did you think he felt? Bad, I said. The moment after spitting, I had been aware that it was not in any way his joke, as it was when I imagined it beforehand. It was only our joke, and it ended with when the water hit him. I'm embarrassed. I feel bad for that boy. My mother said, driving too fast. But I also blame Pat. What did she expect? Pat and her stupid fucking bears.